everyone, and welcome to Project X Talk. Today we got a special interview. I'm here with Dimitri, and I'm going to let you say your last name because I don't want to butcher it. Apologies, but he is from DreamTeck, an indie studio out of Bulgaria, and we are sitting down with him today to talk about LifeSlide, the new paper airplane adventure game that you'll be seeing more coverage of on our channel. First of all, I want to let you introduce yourself, Dimitri. How are you doing?
Hi, so my name is Dimitri but everybody calls me Mitko. That's my short name, so you can just go by it. It's way easier to pronounce, even in Bulgaria. So yeah, I'm the creative director in our studio, DreamTeck, and we've been working on LifeSlide for about 5 years. Our project launched on Apple Arcade in 2019, and ever since then we've been improving it, pushing updates. And now we think we're ready to make the jump to Steam and kind of go on there.
Awesome. Yeah. So you said you're the creative director over at DreamTeck. How long has DreamTeck been, a studio? You guys are a small indie developer. When did you get started? What really got you into the games industry?
So honestly, I started in 8th grade in 2008, but that's not where the company started, obviously. We started after we graduated school in 2012. We started working with a couple of friends. We made it as a hobby. So my parents kind of lended us an office, a small space, basically literally a garage. So that garage myth is kind of true for us. And it was literally a garage, and we made games there. So a couple of years went, and then we formed the official company in 2015, and we created some plugins for the Unity game engine, which allowed us to kind of continue working on our own project. And in 2016, LifeSlide started becoming a reality when we started conceptualizing the whole thing. And yeah.
So, wow, you've been six years in the making then for this project, roughly. You've been working since 2015. So I reached out to you guys obviously after seeing your E3 demo, your E3 trailer that you have for LifeSlide. I thought it looked really interesting. Have never seen a game that looks like this before. So as I say that, it's a game where you play as a paper airplane and you fly through. What really, it's an interesting concept. What led you to create LifeSlide?
Well, I get asked that a lot, but honestly, I'm never able to give you a definitive answer. Yeah, because it's something that kind of came from inside. First of all, I got really inspired by the nature. Where we live here in Bulgaria, we have amazing nature. We're a very small country, packed with all sorts of nature. We have mountains, we have beaches, we even have a desert, which is like 10 by 10 meters, something like that, but it is a legitimate desert. Yeah. And it kind of inspired, the whole thing kind of inspired me to create this. I was so, grateful and appreciative of what I was able to experience, just going on walks in nature, going to the mountains, going by rivers. And this is something I kind of wanted to transmit in the game. By the time I was also watching some videos of proximity paragliding, which is basically like normal paragliding, but you fly close to things.
Yep.
And I was like, oh man, this is so amazing, because that way you get to experience the nature from almost the same angle as if you're walking, but you're actually flying. And you don't allow yourself to like go high up in the air, but you kind of soar close to the ground. And yeah, this is kind of what kind of inspired me, and the rest with the life thematic in the game, this kind of came from deep inside me. It's more like an emotion than anything else. So the LifeSlide is an atmospheric experience, which the design was driven mostly emotionally.
Yeah, I think even just watching the trailer, you can see that the nature aspect and flying through these beautiful landscapes and environments really comes across. Are you familiar with a PlayStation 3 game called Flower?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because so my team member that actually is going to do the coverage on LifeSlide, he said it reminded him a lot of Flower. And is that, were you inspired by that at all, or is this just happens to be something, similar comparison?
Yeah, so when we started working on the game in 2016, I had no idea about Flower. And the first time I learned about Flower was at some point we posted a post in Reddit, a video, and somebody said, "Hey, this looks like Flower," and I was like, "Do you mean it looks like a flower because it's colorful and all sorts?" And they're like, "No, no, no, it looks like Flower." And then I googled it and I was like, so there's that. I'm not that original. Yeah, it does look like a lot like Flower, and I'm actually happy that people are likening it to Flower because it's a very chill, inspiring game. I haven't honestly played it. I've been watching a lot of videos and people commenting on it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy that people are finding similarities with Flower. And no, we haven't actually been inspired by any other games in particular, Flower or anything else. We've been inspired by real stuff, but yeah, it kind of ended up looking like Flower.
Yeah, well, Flower from what I've heard is a great game, so I don't think the comparison is anything but positive. So
it's absolutely amazing, yeah.
So you said that LifeSlide is on Apple Arcade right now, and it's coming to Steam, obviously, in August 6th, I believe the release date is, for anyone who wants to go check that out. Are there plans to bring it to any other platforms, maybe a console release in the future?
Yeah, we are currently working to port it on the Nintendo Switch.
Awesome.
We already have a development unit which the game is working on. We have some performance issues and some graphical glitches, but nothing too scary, at least from what I'm seeing so far. Development is going smoothly over there. And I think that first half of next year is gonna something happen over there. I don't know what.
Yeah, that's some thunder and lightning going on.
Oh,
we got
nice.
a little storm going on, but so apologies for that.
No worries. I was just curious. And yeah, well, maybe first half of next year, we're going to see a Switch port as well.
Wow, okay. That's exciting. Switch, I think, is a great place for this game. It's indie games really thrive over there, so I think it'll introduce and the install base, the player base over there. They got like 75 million, so I think Switch will be a phenomenal platform for LifeSlide. Now, obviously, this is the game DreamTeck's been working on. Do you guys have any other games in development that are you allowed to say anything?
Well, honestly, I can say whatever I want, but I don't wanna spoil anything. Okay. Yes, we do have something we're working on. Great. We are leaning towards VR at the moment. We're not that set on VR yet, but we're leaning towards VR. We're experimenting with it. We are working on designs and concepts, so it's very conceptual. I've done several prototypes of something that it's not exactly what we're still looking for it, and it's gonna take a while for us to kind of come up with the next thing we're working on. But yeah, it's something that touches on the topic of how we create our own reality based on our mindset and what we think. So this is something we're gonna. Yeah, but we're gonna give our best to make it accessible as possible, relatable as possible, similar to LifeSlide, where like you can kind of relate. Yeah, that's a paper plane. I can understand what I'm seeing. So we're gonna try to keep it like that and not go into full-blown abstract concepts and philosophical stuff. Yeah.
That is interesting. That's a little personal. I do yoga, and that's like a big thing in yoga. Nice. Is really manifesting your own perception, reality. Don't controlling your own emotions. So that sounds really interesting. I'll be keeping an eye out on that for sure. Well, LifeSlide out August 6th on Steam. It's on Apple Arcade right now, and Nintendo Switch coming. Please, everyone, go check it out. Is there anything else you want people to know about the game before we go? We're gonna have more coverage, a preview with some gameplay on the channel to go along with this. Yeah,
I just want to say that the game looks relaxing, and it truly can be relaxing, but it's also challenging. It's not like we're targeting mid-core players. So yeah, it has some challenge. So it's deceivingly relaxing. It's not entirely like a casual experience. That's something I want players to know. And yeah, we have a unique flight mechanic that is going to create the challenge for you. And yeah, it looks easy when we play it, but when you start playing it, it's gonna turn out a little bit more challenging than you would expect. That's what I can say, and I don't know how we can convey it elsewhere, elsewhere in trailers. So yeah.
No, that's fine. And like I said, we're gonna have some gameplay. So if you're not sold yet, please go check out our little preview video. Tom really enjoyed it. You'll see it in the coverage on our channel. So I want to thank you again for this interview. A little short one, but I hope people really do check out the game. It looks great, and I can't wait to play it myself.
Thank you, Kevin.